The Ascians are some of my favorite villains in video game history because they are so much more complex than we originally thought. And To the Edge itself is one of these songs that is also really complex for multiple different reasons. Not only was this a song that Soken wrote while he was battling cancer, but also this song highlights the pain and suffering that all Ascians, that all ancients felt. And fighting Elidibus, there is so much at stake, both for us, warriors of light and darkness, and for him and his people, and the hopes of returning the world that they knew to reality. Let's listen to the Edge. Right off the bat, we hear several different things. We have the ticking of 'neath dark waters. Which to me symbolizes time, obviously. It symbolizes a time forgotten. It symbolizes panic. It symbolizes stress. It symbolizes a desire to return to things that once were. It symbolizes the ticking of the clock of life and death. On top of that, we hear voices whispering in the background, which I think, to me, symbolize the voices of the ancients. And Elidibus, warrior of light in this moment, standing and honoring their voices and representing all of them while he faces against us. And in this instance, suddenly everything is flipped. Who is the one who brings shadow, and who is the one that brings light? In this moment, Elidibus is the main character of this entire fight sequence. Elidibus, the warrior of light, is the protector of his realm, just like we've been the protectors of our realm for this entire saga up to this point in Shadowbringers. Who is the villain and who is the hero? And that is the beauty of this game. That is the beauty of this music. This music bends everything we know, and this story bends everything we know and blurs the lines. There is no good, there is no evil, there is just what is. And I love this recap of Shadowbringers, and we finally understand one brings shadow, one brings light in this case. Finally, we come full circle and understanding who this music is about. Like slumbering angels cast out from heaven's gate. That is talking about the sundering of the world. We are denied our access to our Eden, to Elpis, to what we know, to this beautiful utopia that we exist in and live in. We only fly when falling, far from falling, falling far from grace. The amount of pressure Elidibus, the warrior of light, must feel in this moment. Hold on to everything, to hold on to the ideals, to the dreams, to everything that is important to him, to his people. This song is so profoundly, deeply spiritual and soulful and full of pain and anguish, and the pressure on the back of this person to make sure that his people are not forgotten. That is what's at stake here. This is life and death. The most important thing in any aspect of drama, in any aspect of music, is high risk, is high stakes. You cannot have life without death. You cannot have drama without it being life or death. It is imperative in anything, whether it's music, acting, film, TV, whatever. The stakes always need to be high for characters. It's all I ever learned in opera. It's not just a song. It's a song about life. It's a song about art. It's a song about love. It's a song about pain. It's a song about suffering. Every single emotion needs the stakes to be as high as possible. And in this instance, the stakes are truly as high as humanly possible for Elidibus and for us as warriors of light, as players fighting against Elidibus. Both of these moments showcase how imperatively important the stakes are. Now, of course, as we understand it, this melody and this theme and this solo singing is actually 'Neath Dark Waters. This is Amurath's musical theme. This is the theme of the reflection of Amurath that Emet-Selch has created under the Tempest. This is Amurath's overworld theme. Check it out. And we could spend an hour on this video alone, the pain and suffering from this melody of the piano, plus the ticking of the clock, this apparition, this fake version, this memory of what Emet-Selch created underwater, this memory of his friends, his companions, his spirit is in this, and it's so sad. It's so sad. These guys have lost everything, and in their desperation to bring it back, they've brought destruction and mayhem and chaos to everyone else. And yes, that is a selfish ideal, but still, you can't help but feel pain and emotion for everything that they've lost. They've lost everything. And so, of course, they see the warrior of light. They see that the person in the way, and they must do everything in their power to get them out of the way. Let's go back to the edge. Are lives a message cast in a bottle out to sea? Where is this version of Amurath? It's in the sea. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but that's profound. To begin, we must first see the end. How many times in our own personal lives have things happened to us where we felt like we were at rock bottom, sickness, whatever, and we have to see that end. We have to see what this means in order for us to then say, okay, I'm going to live. I'm going to do everything in my power so that I live my life to the fullest. Whatever that means for you, whatever that means. These lyrics are profound. Of scions and sinners, how different are we really? For 3 expansions, we've been led to believe that the Scions and the Ascians were in constant battle with each other. And yet actually, we're all the same. Scions and sinners. We are united. We are all looking for the same thing. We only fly. I can't get over these lyrics. We only fly, falling from heaven's grace. When we are cast aside, that is the moment that we can actually fly. I mean, these lyrics are blowing my mind. I mean, as a person who has suffered and lost my father to cancer, and I hit rock bottom when my dad died, and I had to pick up the pieces of my life and try to start over. And what does that even mean to start over? And these lyrics are just hitting me so tensely. I mean, there's so much more that I could talk about with this piece, and personal interpretation aside, and there's just so much to this. There's so many little nuanced details here, not only in the gameplay, but also in everything. The nuance of this story is what makes this game absolutely astounding and incredible. And this music, and the emphasis on this music, and the stunning points that are made through music in this that are talking about life and death and the past and the future. That's the sort of stuff that lights my soul on fire, because it's so impossibly hard to see sometimes. And music helps us to better understand what life is all about. That is the inherent power of music. Music allows us to see the unseen. And I think we really have to give so much respect and admiration to Soken and to all of these fantastic video game composers that I've covered on this channel that are giving our emotions a platform, giving our emotions the space they need, giving our souls the chance to hear. And it may sound like I'm pontificating, and maybe I am, but this is the importance and the power of music. And it's astounding that we get a piece like this in a freaking video game. If you like this sort of stuff, there's more. Come check it out on the channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.